Anthrax is the name, the strain name, of an organism that lives with us, and I don't mean just the termites, but with people and sheep and many, many other organisms, animals. And I want to tell you a little bit about these organisms and what makes anthrax so particularly weird and freakish and scary. What Leidy realized was that these little trees, these little plants that were rooted in the intestine were attached to the intestine. They'd actually swim around. They would attach the intestine, and they would, out of the intestine in fecal material, put these spores into the soil. Now these spores are stages that are resistant to every kind of, well, you can boil them for 2 hours. They're resistant to drying out, to boiling. They're very, very resistant propagules, we call them. And we actually spent a lot of time in our own work showing that bacillus cereus, bacillus subtilis, very common bacilli, are basically stages in the soil of these bacteria that live in animals. Leidy discovered the one in termites, and other people discovered them in sheep. The ones in sheep can be made poisonous. So you have bacillus cereus, found in cereals. You have lots of these bacillus. Their first name is bacillus. And Arthromitus is an example of bacillus cereus. Now, what is anthrax? It's bacillus anthracis. That's its technical name. Why? Because it forms the spores. It's the same size. It swims. It just looks exactly like Arthromitus when you take Arthromitus out of the termite. It looks exactly the same. In fact, I got interested in bacillus anthracis, anthrax, when one of my students said, "Why is Arthromitus's picture on the telephone book in the microbiology department?" And I said to her, "Believe me, Arthromitus is not on the telephone book." It turned out bacillus anthracis, anthrax, was on the telephone book. The picture was on the telephone book.